Innovation to me is the process of improving things using new technologies to make things either more efficient, easy to use, or more delightful.
I think very similar to creativity, innovation is the actual problem or the actual solution to the problem being solved. And once again, that is being done in a way that is not obvious. You may have, again, a known solution to the problem or even a new solution to the problem. And the way in which you apply that solution, that concept right there is what I define as innovation.
Innovation plays a pretty big role because we partner and collaborate quite a lot with car companies since we're designing navigation experiences for cars. And for a lot of the newer models of cars that are coming out, they have like brand new technologies, driving assistance, which is like basically partial automation. And then also things like having heads-up displays which show information through that. And then also electric vehicles as well. Electric vehicles is a huge part. So in that aspect, we're constantly dealing with innovation and new technologies.
To me, innovation is the application of creativity to existing processes. It's one thing to do something well once, it's another thing to replicate that with consistency. And one of such opportunities came around when we were actually acquired by IBM. Some of the patterns that we've developed and some of the practices we've developed just don't work anymore. So developing those new processes around things without spoiling too much is once again enabling a greater group of people to work with our product. That's pretty much where I saw the most of innovation come through.
I think creativity and innovation are words that can be used synonymously, or I've heard it often being used interchangeably. But I think there is a subtle difference between them. Creativity, I think we use that to describe characteristics of a way to approach something. It could be a problem, it could be a different context. But I think innovation is how you apply that creativity in the context of the environment that you're in. So in IBM, creativity is very important, and innovation is something that we strive to achieve. And it's a very, I think, central part of how we do business. We have a framework called the Enterprise Design Thinking Framework, and we encourage our sellers, but also our product managers, our team to understand design thinking, the value that it brings to the table and how they can apply it in their own work. So we use that to try and shape the activities that we do and evaluate how we're performing in the roles that we're doing.
We work with a car company who has a driving assistance feature that essentially for some of the bigger freeways, the car would drive itself. However, one problem was that the driver didn't know that they could use that feature until they already merged into that freeway. So one feature that we worked on was showing where that driving assistance is available on a driver's route from point A to point B. And the benefit of innovation is that it gives product teams a wider range of technologies and more avenues to tackle a user's problem. And then also innovation helps not just the end user, but also product teams be more efficient at solving those problems as well.
Innovation is similar to creativity, necessary in many of the roles, many of the teams, and many of the projects that we work in. When it comes to research specifically, you can't really do applied research without innovating, because by definition, research needs to achieve some novel results. That's where the innovation comes in at Google Research.
Some of the challenges are culture, right? From a business culture perspective, we can acknowledge that there's a lot of benefit to creativity and to innovation, but enacting that is quite difficult. It means that we have to allow people to make mistakes, to challenge the way things are right now, to try something different with the potential that it could not go quite well.
I would say the biggest challenge regarding innovation is innovation for innovation's sake. So you have a lot of like new technologies that come out, like for example, like AR, VR, like the metaverse, and then you also have like blockchain as well. So because these are new trendy technologies, a lot of like startups or product teams might want to just use those technologies just because it's new. Sometimes the best way to solve a user's need is like, it can be as antiquated as human face-to-face interaction or something that they do manually by hand. Innovation doesn't always mean that people's lives will get easier. Sometimes it can complicate things.
Innovation is quite key, specifically within the Google Research. Obviously, different teams have different constraints, but within Google Research, innovation is absolutely crucial. The amount of impact that we have as part of our work is directly correlated to how much we innovate as a team and as a company.
The benefits are pretty clear. You're definitely always staying ahead of the curve. You're not falling behind. We see all of these new waves of technology coming through and catching on. And all of those were always a result of innovation, always doing things a new, different way, delivering something exciting. The challenges themselves also deserve a mention because you are breaking out of old ways and you're no longer using set processes that somebody has tried and tested over and over again. You are going to run into unexpected situations that you don't always know how to deal with, which means you will have to innovate on the spot. And that's the importance of having creative thinking in your back pocket, is that when those situations come around, you already have a toolkit that you can apply to get past those situations.